Hey, travelers! Today we're diving into a rather controversial topic: the worst countries to visit. Now, before we get started, let me make it clear that this video is based on various factors and personal opinions. Travel experiences can differ, and what might not be an ideal destination for some could be a dream come true for others. Before we start listing the countries, let's talk about the criteria we're using for evaluation. We'll be considering factors like safety, political stability, health concerns, and tourist experiences. Remember, this list might change over time. Grab your passport and let's go. The first country on the list is North Korea. Known for its strict regime and limited access to information, North Korea poses challenges for travelers. The political climate, restrictions on movement, and the lack of freedom can make it a difficult destination for most tourists. Additionally, foreigners have faced severe consequences for violating local laws, with incidents of detainment and strict surveillance. Disrespecting any present or past leader of the country will land you in prison. Also, you must be on a guided trip. You can't walk around by yourself, go wherever you want, or talk to North Koreans. If you must travel to North Korea, take extreme precautions, follow all rules and regulations, and be aware of the potential consequences of non-compliance. Next up is Yemen, unfortunately plagued by ongoing conflict. The civil war has led to a humanitarian crisis, making it extremely unsafe for tourists. Foreigners in Yemen are at a risk of kidnapping and the security is very poor. If travel is unavoidable, make sure you have strong security measures in place, stay informed about the local situation, and consider hiring local guides familiar with the area. Afghanistan is another country facing serious security concerns. The political instability, ongoing conflict, and the presence of extremist groups make it a high-risk destination for travelers. Terrorists are very likely to carry out attacks in Afghanistan. Foreigners, including aid workers and journalists, have been targeted, and the risk of kidnapping is prevalent. If travel is necessary, stay in secure accommodations and avoid public gatherings. Syria, once a popular tourist destination, has faced a tragic turn of events due to the Syrian civil war, which began in 2011. Before the beginning of the Syrian civil war, 8.5 million tourists went to Syria in 2010. These tourists brought in revenue estimated at $8.4 billion and accounted for 14% of the country's economy. By 2015, there were just 170,000 tourists, a decrease of more than 98%. The destruction of historical sites, ongoing violence, and terrorist attacks make it a challenging and unsafe place for tourists. Foreigners have been caught in the crossfire, facing the risk of violence and abduction. If you absolutely must go, seek advice from your country's government and follow strict security measures. Turning our attention to South America, Venezuela is facing economic and political challenges that have impacted its safety and infrastructure. Hyperinflation, shortages of basic goods, and a high crime rate make it a less than ideal destination for travelers. Foreigners have been targeted for robbery and violence. If you find yourself in Venezuela, exercise extreme caution, avoid displaying signs of wealth, and stay informed about the current security situation. Somalia has long been considered a high-risk destination due to piracy, terrorism, and civil unrest. The lack of a stable government and ongoing security concerns make it an unsafe choice for most tourists. Foreigners, especially those involved in maritime activities, have been victims of piracy. If travel is unavoidable, engage in thorough risk assessments, hire experienced local security, and strictly adhere to security protocols. Now, let's talk about Iraq. This Middle Eastern nation has faced its fair share of challenges, primarily due to political instability, terrorism, and ongoing conflict. If you must travel Iraq, exercise extreme caution, stay in secure accommodations, and keep a low profile. Libya. Civil unrest, political instability, and the presence of armed groups make Libya a high-risk destination. Foreigners have faced kidnapping and violence. Traveling to Libya is not recommended, but if it's absolutely necessary, plan your security, consult your embassy, and stay informed about what's happening in the country. Now, let's discuss the Central African Republic. This African country has faced prolonged political instability, ethnic tensions, and armed conflict, making it a challenging destination for travelers. Foreigners, including aid workers and journalists, have encountered security issues, including violence and kidnappings. If you must travel to the Central African Republic, take extreme precautions and stay informed about the local situation. Traveling with an experienced local guide is strongly recommended, and be prepared for the unpredictable nature of the region. Now, let's turn our attention to Haiti. This Caribbean nation has experienced a series of setbacks, including political instability, economic struggles, and natural disasters. Foreigners, especially tourists, have faced safety concerns, including robbery, violence, and kidnapping. The country's infrastructure may not meet typical travel standards, and medical facilities may be limited. If you plan to visit Haiti, it's crucial to stay informed about the current situation, take precautions to safeguard your belongings, and be aware of potential health risks. Consider traveling with a tour guide who knows the local area and can help you overcome challenges you may experience. While these countries might be challenging for travelers, it's important to remember that the situation in each place can change. Always stay informed about the current conditions and prioritize your safety above everything else. Travel is a wonderful way to experience new cultures, but it's important to make informed decisions to ensure a positive and safe experience. That wraps up our list of the worst countries to visit. What are your thoughts? Have you visited any of these countries, or do you have different opinions? Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. Until next time, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video.